Welcome to the 9 to 5 Solution, where we are a voice for business owners and for those thinking about launching a business. Now here is your host, Terrell Danzy.
You tuned into the 9 to 5 Solution with your host, Terrell Danzy. And I'm sitting here in the studio with Glenn Gordon, a good friend of mine. Glenn, say hello to the people.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So Glenn, as you may know, I like to start off the show with a quote. This one's actually by Steve Jobs. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. I'll just say it one more time. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. What's that mean to you?
Well, you know, when we grow up, we're coming of age and we coming up and people, you know, ask you what you want to do. A lot of us have a lot of bold ideas.
Right.
And, you know, as we go along in life, sometimes, depending on our circumstances coming up, we realize, you know, it's not going to be easy, not impossible. You know, we get taught enough of that, you know, if you believe and put your mind to it, but, you know, we get told that, but, you know, we realize as we get older that things get harder.
Right.
But I can do this.
Right.
So, you know, that quote means to me that, for instance, with me, I want to, when it's all said and done, make documentaries that, you know, showcase what people of color go through and really shine a light on, you know, just everyday life of us and how we function and just making it more normal.
Right.
So, you know, the masses can see it.
Right. So with that statement you just made, tell our listeners about what you do. So the show, of course, is geared towards highlighting entrepreneurs, highlighting business owners. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a freelance content creator. My company, Certified Official, we specialize in taking care of basically all the visual needs of a company. I'm specifically trained in television production. I studied radio, TV, film at Howard University. Shout out HU.
All right. You guys just had homecoming last weekend.
Yeah. It was a good time. Shout out to everybody that was out and supported, STCG, everybody. But homecoming's an amazing time. Howard's an amazing place. I learned a lot of what I know now about film and TV and story structure and everything from going to Howard. That classic training, you know, really helps with, you know, where my company is going and where, you know, I think the industry is going right now with everybody having access to production the way we do. And, you know, people's personal brands need better storytelling and better production. And, you know, I think my work at Howard really helped me develop my skills in that sense, but also my work in the real world. I do a lot of events.
So tell us what your first project was that kind of just made you say, you know, I'm jumping right on in, because you grew up here in the Silver Springs area.
Yep.
Of course, you just didn't start working on video production. So what was that first project that said, you know what, I love it?
It's funny. I always liked TV. My mother always used to say, "Hey, those people on TV." And working on TV already, you know, did their thing, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna be one of them people.
Okay.
And
so you had that crazy idea.
I always had that crazy idea where, you know, I can do this. And I wasn't very good when I started. I didn't have an eye. I didn't see, you know, how to do things well. That had to be developed later. But I knew I wanted to be in that space, so I put myself in position. I went to James Hubert Blake High School in Silver Spring.
Okay.
And we had a great TV program in high school. So, you know, we had a news show we had to produce. You know, shout out to the people that anchored. I realized it was an art high school.
Right.
And, you know, now that I'm talking about it, I realize a lot of my friends today were whole artists. Yeah.
Right.
We got people in fashion from Blake, TV, media, a lot of photographers.
You said something that stuck out to me is that you weren't good at first.
Yeah.
And me and you have had several conversations, but you stuck with it.
Yeah.
What made you stick with it and keep going? Because, I mean, that first project you did, you said you weren't good. It could have just said, you know what, let me go on and I'm going to do something else because this isn't right.
Well, for me, two things for me. I have a strong belief that Well, it's funny, but I have a strong belief that like I'm gonna get whatever I want in like life. Like if I want it,
you can
and I
achieve
put my
it.
mind to it, I'm gonna get that thing. I get what I want.
Right.
So, you know, I knew I wanted that, and I wanted to do that. So once I know that, I'm real focused.
Okay.
So that was part of it, but also it's just like I knew when other people were better than me. That really helped me along my journey.
Right.
I was always willing to ask people that were better than me at something like, how do you do that? Or what's that? Or like, I always was good at collaborating, and I really think that helped me build my network in this area because I'm not scared to ask people and talk to people. And, you know, I think we lose a lot of that in today's age, but
Of course.
I never lost that. Like I pull up, I ask people, hey, what's going on? And I get into depth. You know what I mean? I'm not a really surface level person. I really like to kind of say what it is and what's going on, and just figure this out and talk for real. And,
Sure.
You know.
So who inspires you? Who's inspired you to, you know, keep going every day? Because we always have challenges. Who inspires you?
It's funny. My father.
Okay.
My father's my biggest inspiration. He's never had a job. He's an immigrant from England. He came over here when he was 21, 18, something like that. He left England. His father's Jamaican. We were a Jamaican family. They immigrated from Jamaica to England, better jobs. 09. They left and came to America. My father eventually came to America. Met my mother, contractor, master electrician. Just always worked for himself.
Sure.
Started several companies, did that, and coming up, I saw the struggle of entrepreneurship and like how hard it was. And coming out of college, that's why I originally went to college. I didn't want to. I was like, I want to just get an education, get a job, and just be safe. And then you know, you learn. Oh, it ain't like they made it seem like these jobs ain't that sweet. You can go crazy in these places, you know what I mean? So, well, just that's for me. That's how I felt, like working for other people. But I just started to see the freedom, and the struggle versus the freedom is a balance. And I learned, and I watched other entrepreneurs that are successful and at different levels, and I realized that if you put the effort in and you really mastermind and you really got to work hard mentally and physically, and you can really
You can accomplish
it. So, you know, my father's my biggest inspiration. You know, we have a great relationship now that I've started working for myself because we relate so much more. We talk about I invoiced this client, they ain't getting back to me. You know, it's just funny to be able to relate on that level with him, and it really inspires me that he's at his age keeps trying to achieve. He bought himself a Range Rover like last year, and I was just like, That's good, Pops. I'm glad you can do that for yourself. You know what I mean? It's inspiring that he got something that he's been wanting. And he kind of like me in that sense. Like,
you've seen the process.
I remember when I bought my first car, I was like, man, I want this Cadillac, Dad. What you think? He's like, you work hard, right? Man, get that Cadillac. And, you know, It's like always been like that for me. I'm like, if I work hard, I'm going to get that thing. I'm going to move to that place. I'm going to do that thing. And that motivates me. And, you know, on top of that, my mission, which is to show black people in a good light. Those two things really keep me inspired.
Keep you going, right?
You know, it makes it easy.
Okay. So my next question, actually, it's a two-part question. You took the leap of going into full-time for yourself back in 2017 or 2017 last year. Mm-hmm. What made you take that leap, and then what have been some of your biggest challenges?
Oh man. Well, what made me take that leap is because I realized, like, I always compare it to that scene in Batman where they was talking about him trying to get out the cave or whatever. And there was that rope, and they're like, you can't use the rope. You know what I mean? I think you said it the other day. Some quote about entrepreneurship is like jumping off a cliff.
Oh yeah,
and then
I read
building a plane to save yourself.
Right, it's like jumping off a cliff, and while you're jumping off that cliff, you're building a plane on your way going down. Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's real. Like, because you think, oh, if I save this amount, if I get this equipment and set it up this way, and maybe have this employee and intern, then I can start the business. So then I can do
everything needs to be perfect.
Everything needs to be perfect, and it doesn't work that way.
Right.
And it doesn't need to be perfect because you're going to figure it out. Like, you're gonna like, you're gonna make mistakes in business. You're gonna make mistakes in entrepreneurship. You just can't be. A lot of people fear that, and you know, I've learned that I'm kind of fearless in that sense. Like, I learned that we'll make it past this. You know, once you get past that, you know, entrepreneurship becomes like a thing that's a real concept and a real. And you got to know that how hard you're willing to work, what you're willing to sacrifice. That's another thing.
Right.
So
okay. So I mean, side note, you brought up Batman. That's like my favorite superhero.
Of course.
Yesterday was Halloween. So who were you yesterday? Did you dress up for Halloween or anything? I want to know who you were.
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything? All right. I thought you were going to tell me you came out as a clown or something like that.
You know what? I had a concept of being a live photo booth because I got mad cameras.
Right.
And I was like, man, I could rig myself up and be in a photo booth, but I was like, man, that's a lot of effort. I should be editing. Why am I even thinking about this?
So you're going to be working.
Working is...
So you said, well, I'm not dressing, I'm going to be working.
Yeah, that's it. Just working. Not dressing up, just going to be working.
So, you brought something else up that stood out, and like I said, we've had multiple conversations, and I always listen. You've got other ventures going on, you've got other ideas, very creative. What eliminates your fear? Why aren't you scared? Or were you scared at one time, and now I'm not scared anymore?
I was scared before I decided to be an entrepreneur, but now that I am, I'm just like, man, whatever. Like, I'm here, I'm broke. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm sure every entrepreneur can understand. Like, even if you're a part-time entrepreneur, look at your business. Like, you look at your business like,
sure,
doing this thing, no one's listening, no one's watching,
right.
It's not making any money, but if it's you believe in it, and think about how hard you're working too. Think about how good you are. Like, really take a look. Like, start thinking about other opinions you've heard.
Right.
Maybe that hater wasn't all the way wrong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not a hater. Maybe they were giving you some constructive criticism.
Exactly. And that's one thing we don't want to do.
And
or
no
listen
one
to.
wants to think about that. Right. But man, I wish people would have told me I sucked a long time ago.
It helps you.
It helps.
Yeah. The criticism helps you build.
It helps. When you get fired, it helps. You know what I'm saying? All these little things, that's what helped my fear. I've been fired a lot.
Okay.
People have told me no a lot. So it helps, like, when you know, once you've been told no for doing that thing, and then you start doing another thing, and that's working, no one can, then you know. It's like, I'm not scared because I'm doing this thing that's working, and I know where that thing's going to take me.
What's been some of your biggest successes, or one of your biggest successes?
I think my biggest success is just being, like, my biggest success was a personal success that really helps in business is finding my aesthetic, finding my client, and finding my voice. Okay. So the way I edit, the way I do videos is something that people want, specifically me. Like, there's, you get hired to do a specific thing, right, and people have examples of what they want, but then, in talking to clients, I really sell my vision and what I can do to it. So being able to do that really takes the stress and pressure off of, like, delivering something for clients, because I know how to do this thing, and they're hiring me to do my thing. So right. That's really the biggest success.
I want you to hold that thought. We're going to come back to it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the 9 to 5 Solution with your host, Terrell Danzy. I'm sitting here in the studio with Mr. Glenn Gordon. We'll be back.
Nice.
Have you been injured in an automobile, motorcycle, or truck accident? Then you may need the services of personal injury lawyer Kwame Thompson. Kwame Thompson and his professional staff are ready to handle your claim with the dedicated resources to secure the maximum compensation. Call Kwame Thompson at 404-994-5948 or visit them at 235 Peachtree Street, Suite 400. You can also visit them online at kwamethompson.com.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call Todd Tettleton at the Tettleton Agency for Farmers Insurance at 404-327-6377.
Hi there, healthy people. Do you have a healthy product or service? If you are a certified medical professional, fitness trainer, author, or chef, Old Fashioned Health would love to promote your services or product on the Old Fashioned Health radio show. Please reach out to us. Call 404-793-3960 or email us at oldfashionedhealth@gmail.com. You can also contact us at oldfashionedhealth.com. Old Fashioned Health, good health inside and out.
All right, we're back here in the studio. You're listening to 9 to 5 Solution with your host, Terrell Danzy. And again, I'm sitting here with Glenn Gordon in the studio. He's owner of Certified Official, multimedia company. So Glenn, we were talking about a few things before we went on break, and I just seen a quote from Dave Thomas earlier. It's ironic, and one thing he said is, know your product better than anyone, know your customer, and have a burning desire to succeed. Tell me, I mean, you brought up knowing your customer. How important is that? Because, I mean, business owners, as business owners, we don't dive into research. We don't understand knowing our customer. And then the other thing is we got to have that burning desire to succeed.
That's really all my business. That's I'm passionate about media, right? Like, I like images.
Right.
I like building those images. I know how my people get down, though. You know what I mean? I love black people. Love them. They make me happy. I love my people, man.
Okay.
I do. So when we sometimes just neglect our imagery. The videos don't be as good as they could be. The flyers don't be as good, and we all see it. We go to the events, we show up, we support, we do. But I just think that if I can help my people and really curate the media on every level, on my level, wherever they at, and help them get to the next level, that helps. I got a burning passion for that.
Right.
And then I see the need. The need's there. So those two things meet. It's magic.
It's magic. Okay. So I read your bio. Ultimate goal, project for 2018. Even moving forward. G2 versus the district. Tell me about that. Because you're from DC. You're passionate about making sure you capture people who live here. Yeah. So tell me about G2 versus the district.
So G2 versus the district, I've always felt I have a very unique perspective. Being from this area, going to college in this area, and then working as an adult in this area. So I've touched a lot of different networks, seen a lot of different things, been in a lot of different communities all around DC, Maryland, Virginia, and I've gotten a chance to see what's going on, see the changes of gentrification and the music scene and the style scene and just everything. Like, I remember when Wale was on Nike Talk, and there was things going on with personalities, just regular people that I knew in the area, but they had a big voice in the music community, the sneaker community, and different things like that. I'd love to be able to start documenting the places and the people and who's really doing this and that, and connecting those dots, because it's really networking at the end of the day. Certified Official, the whole point is to really, show our people in the best light. So I feel like vlogging, and because I'm getting hired by these people, I'm hiring other talented artists. I'm facilitating all these things, and if I feel like I can document on my day-to-day, a lot of people are going to get exposure to other people and what's really moving and shaking in this area. Right.
So why is it so important that you give back to the community? I mean, you have the business venture with G2 versus the district, but besides that, like I said, we've had conversations. I know you've got a group of entrepreneurs, and you definitely wouldn't mind putting back money and all kind of resources to helping others grow. So why is that so important?
It's huge. I mean, we all need help. I believe that thoroughly. Like, I came up in the middle class suburb, but we didn't start there. You know what I mean? So I feel like mentorship helps. I feel like food donations help. I feel like coat drives help. We ain't always, you know what I mean? Like, you don't always have it. Shoe drives help. People need that. Families need that. Right. You know, so like, if I can get together with some people and we facilitate to make it happen, because, life is hard for everybody. In our normal, comfortable lives, we still struggle to get to another level of where we want to go, and we get caught up in our lives. But, it's important that we take time to give back and
Of course.
help those that can't do as well as we are.
Sure.
We can. So we have an organization, STCG, Spread the Common Good. We primarily right now throw events. We've been building a community of college educated, just well-to-do, just people that are in a certain network.
Progressive. The people want to do different things.
It's beautiful. Okay. It's we really put together some people that are really on top of their game in government, business,
sure.
the medical field, law, and we want to use that network to do good,
right.
Give back. Matter of fact, it is today. Well, it's going to be all month, but Kicks for the City is the organization. I'm actually, my company, Certified Official. I'm going to be doing some work with them to document their charitable work. They're collecting shoes pretty much all for first half of the month of November, and setting up a big donation on the 17th that's going to be in Southeast at the new Martha's Table.
Okay.
Yeah, Martha's Table location. So I'm going to be documenting that process and really giving my time to them to really help them build their profile to a cause that's worthy.
That's
and,
great.
Me and my STCG members, we're going to really get together and try and donate. We all grew up. We always in the shoes. And I go to my parents' house in Maryland now and look in the basement. I'm just like, I'm not going to need all these.
Right, so I might as well give them away.
Got to give them away. So,
right.
Look out for those. If y'all follow any of my social medias or anything like that, I'll be promoting all that so people can check that out.
Just kind of jumping around here, you the show is geared toward entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs who have businesses, and some that may be on the fence right now. Going back to all that you have done, any advice for an entrepreneur that's on that fence right now?
All right, so boom. I worked for 10 years in the security industry.
Okay.
From the time I was 18 to the time I was 28 when I finally graduated from college.
Okay.
It took me a long time to finish Howard.
Say that one more time, because
it took me a lot. People don't realize this. Like, for me to be where I'm at and the confidence I had, like I said, I've been fired a lot. I've gone through a lot. Like, it took me 10 years to graduate from Howard University. Like, I got in 2006. I graduated in December 2015. One of the happiest days of my life. President Obama spoke at my graduation. It was like meant to be.
That's
like
great.
I finally did what I wanted to do. Like I said, I get what I want. Like I wanted to graduate from college. Like I'm an artist. Like I could have not finished school.
Right, of course.
But it was a goal. You know what I mean? So anyway.
It's important that we're transparent because it helps us grow. And I appreciate you being transparent because there's somebody out there listening that may need to know. Like
it's not no perfect stories out here.
Yeah, no one has a perfect story.
It's hard. Right. You gotta really go through some things, and it makes you better.
Right.
It gives you resilience. Like if you have to work a 12-hour shift, try and study in between, and then you got class in like 4 hours after that. You know what I'm saying? Like you learn how to, work. Shoot for 8 hours and then go home, edit, and then go turn around and deliver. You know what I mean? Like it all translates. You can't be scared of work.
Right.
When it comes to anything.
Right.
So I've never been scared of work. Like I went to school full time and worked full time for the whole time.
Right.
I had a whole pension. I was crazy. I was just like, man, I'm supposed to be a TV guy. I'm sitting there. I'm a security. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
And then you put all these things together, and then you finally decide to take that leap.
Right.
And that's really how it works. Like it's never gonna be perfect.
Never gonna be perfect. That's great, man. I love to hear it. So, in your business, you've got something that's great, that's creative. Tell our listeners why you can't be replicated. What do you do? I mean, something.
I don't know.
I know
what
that's
to say. I don't
word.
know. I don't know what to say. I think I have an eye for like the vibe of whatever situation or whatever's trying to be spoken on or like portrayed or shown. Like I know looks. Like I know.
Now I've worked with you with our business, so I know you're creative, and you definitely have an eye. You quick on your feet. So there's a lot of qualities that you bring for your company. Like I said, I've worked with you, so I definitely think that you can't be replicated because you've got this creative mind that's really quick with taking companies to the next level. So in addition to my question, talk about why it's so important for companies to get out there and put media out there, get video out there to highlight their company.
Attention, like where are we at? What do we all do? We're all on our phones.
Right.
All the time. We're always on our phones. So a little quick gem for brands and companies and people that are trying to do anything. Make it work for you. Like the content creators, whether it's by hour, half a day, whatever, like think about their time, think about your time and what you need out of things. Like don't be afraid to ask. We need to get back to saying what we need and what we want, so we can build out a thing. Start looking at content creators, photographers, videographers. Everybody has creative directors, so they can really create something for your brand that will help it, opposed to just paying somebody that one time to cover that one event.
Right.
Like, how does that help your brand to just have a recap of something, opposed to having a promotion or like they have slow motion clips that they use in the recap. Why not take one of those clips of gift being open to say, hey, use it as a media asset. Like people got it. If somebody has an extra fee for the raw files, pay it. Get those raw files. Learn how to
learn how to create
and learn how to create yourself. Right. Versus it's like a haircut, right? I go to the barber. I get my beard trimmed up sometimes, but I also have clippers. And I do it myself sometimes.
Understand how to do it yourself.
Understand how to do it yourself. There's always going to be somebody better that you have to hire for that thing, for that look.
Right.
But, or at certain levels, you can do it yourself.
Right. So, ultimate goals. What's Glenn got in store for next few years? What are you?
So there's nowhere to buy equipment anymore. And it's no brick and mortars. Okay. And it's hard to rent. And then, I went to Howard University, and I know the struggle of the tech center.
Sure.
I want a production house. I want, Certified Official to be a certified official production house. I want to do big documentaries. I want to have a rental suite. Especially for members that don't have access and don't have the rates. And I want people donating to my resources so that we can give them to students, we can give them to other black creatives so we can tell our stories. I mean, the whole purpose of all of this is to tell our story and put us in the best light. And there's people that are really good at it, but they don't have access. So if I could put together a situation where I have a company that we're telling the stories, we're renting out equipment, we're teaching classes on how to do it. We need to record our grandparents more. What's going on? We need to do that. They have all this knowledge. We need to put crews in front of them. Think about how amazing their lives were. Look what they went through.
Right. I think sometimes we forget that video can be a art as well.
So important.
Right.
It's so important to have these like that Black Love series. Shout out to that series. It's amazing.
Great.
We need to have these conversations. We need to be transparent. And old people are transparent as hell. That's why we need to get them. We need to get them in front of a camera so that we can hear. I didn't know that. And then now you're learning about things and. So I just think that it's important that I set up as much as I can the image of my generation, because we've been through a lot. We've seen a lot.
Right.
Black people have been killing it. Ever since I was born in 88, it's been very inspirational for what people that look like me do. Right. So we need to really document it and tell our own story so somebody else isn't telling it for us.
Right. So Glenn, where can we find you?
I got a couple different things going on. I'm all over the place. I'm working with a lot of people. I'm rebranding, but my things right now are, the thing I update the most is my Instagram. So I'm not gonna lie, I use it as my portfolio. It's everything. It's just easy right now. So it's at G2 Esquire. I'm not a lawyer. It's like G2 Esquire, like the magazine.
So at G2 Esquire, we can find you. All right.
Y'all got it. And then my website is certifiedofficial.com. It just has my reel. It gives an intake form. That's, if we getting down to business, I send y'all there because let's create. But my portfolio, if you want to check out more of my work on just a static level and just see what I've done, that's glengordonjr.com. So this is all going to be changed, and I think I'm really going to start working on my personal brand. So Glenn Gordon Jr. is not going to be a portfolio anymore. Just watch my growth. Go check all of them out and see what's happening. And we'll see what's going forward. I believe in me, and I believe in this area, and I believe in people like Terrell who are having shows like this that give people a platform to tell the truth, and hopefully help somebody else who's going to be that next thing. Or
that's our
needs
goal.
To hear that.
That's definitely our goal, to be a platform and a voice for others. Hey, so we appreciate you coming on the show. We look forward to seeing your growth. You've been tuned into the 9 to 5 Solution. Catch us next week. Again, we're sitting here in the studio with Glenn Gordon. We appreciate you coming on the show.
No problem. No problem at all.
Thank you for tuning in to the 9 to 5 Solution, encouraging listeners to think differently on purpose. The 9 to 5 Solution airs every Thursday at 1 p.m. on WWE The Real 1100 AM.
Thank you for listening to another Old Fashioned Health Network show on The Real 1100.